I be do to get your love? Girl, I don't give you all I got, but it's not enough for you. Show you fire me catapult of love.
Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. It's been a minute since I did a voiceover, so I'm really excited to do one. Today I want to show you guys how you can melt your lace into your scalp. You know, that kind of install where someone looks at you and they're just like, what wig, sis? What wig? So this particular unit is from Chinalacewig. It's really stunning. It's a body wave. We have inches, we have bleached knots. It's also a 360. So I don't know if you guys can tell, but the lace goes all the way around. So for anyone out there who loves doing ponytails, you like doing up and down, this is the wig for you because of the fact that it's 360. The first thing I'm doing is cutting the lace. I usually really take my time with this. Reason being that, you know, sometimes I have messed when I'm cutting the lace off my wigs and then the wigs don't end up fitting me. So just take your time with it because you want it to really fit you perfectly. I'm gonna leave the direct link to this exact hair in the description box down below, so don't even worry about it. Right after this video you can go purchase it if you like it. Now let's attach the wig to the head. I'm using my got to be glued gel in the yellow bottle. It's good, it's not messy, and it gets the job done. And I'm just applying that a little bit in front of the hairline rather than directly on the hairline. Usually the glues don't do anything to my hairline, but it's better to be safe than sorry. So I'm just putting it a little bit in front of the hairline. Also, it helps that, you know, it shrinks the forehead a bit, you know. Now I want the glue to be tacky just so that it's easier to work with. So I'm using my blow dry on the cool setting. If you don't have a blow dry, you can just fan it with like a paper, or alternatively you could just give it time to dry on its own. But either way, you want it to be tacky, so the blow dry just speeds up the process. And then once it's tacky, it's so much easier to work with. So here I'm just placing the wig directly over the glue, and then just for it to really set in and settle well, I'm gonna use the end of a rat tail comb just to really press in the lace. Remember, we're trying to melt our lace. We want it to just be one with the scalp, so that, you know, you have people questioning, you know, what's going on here. Now I'm going to go in with my got to be spray. I feel like this is the technique that has taken my wig game to the next level. So what I'm doing is spraying the glue directly over the lace and then still going in with a blow dry, but this time I'm using it on the hot setting. So this is really gonna make the lace and the scalp just become one. It's really gonna melt the lace. And I'm gonna do it all across the lace. In fact, if you're installing the hair and you want it to be able to tie up in a ponytail, then you can also do this step at the back of the wig and on the sides as well. So because we're spraying directly on the scalp, or, you know, the fake scalp of the head, then there's going to be a bit of glue residue, which is what I'm just using to clean up. This is just a cotton pad with some water, nothing fancy, and it's gonna get any glue residue right off so that you don't have like white patches. Look at that hairline, guys. Look at that hairline. Wow. I think it also helps that this particular wig from Chinalacewig came with the knots already bleached, because that's not always the case. So now that the wig is down, we're gonna work on the rest of the wig, our part and whatnot. This time I decided to do a side part. So the good thing with this wig is that you can part it anywhere. You can do your mid part, you can do a side part on either side, whatever side you want. They have a lot of parting space on this wig. So I'm going for a side part, and I'm gonna spray some water just to flatten it and make it a bit easier for me to work with my part. So now what I'm doing is grabbing my tweezers, and I just want to make the part look more realistic. And usually when you part your own hair, it doesn't look as dense, so what I'm trying to do is just reduce the hair around the part so that it looks more natural, and I'm using tweezers to do that, and just really just pulling out the hair pulling out the hair randomly so that it really looks natural. Now to take this to the next level, I'm grabbing a powder. This powder is slightly lighter than my skin tone because typically your scalp is lighter than your actual face, so that's why I reached for this powder, and I'm just putting it on the part, and I'm also gonna put it on the lace itself, just so that there is this wig looks like my hair beyond a doubt. Although I couldn't possibly grow hair like this because I'm an African, but we can try and cheat them. Next, I'm grabbing my mousse. I usually like the hair around the part to be really flat. I feel like it makes the wig look more natural, and mousse is what helps me do that. Alternatively, if you don't have mousse, you could use either a gel, or you could also just use plain water and then put a scarf over it. When you remove the scarf after 10 or 15 minutes, the hair will literally look so beautifully laid and so flat. And now my favorite part, which is the edges. I decided to really go a bit overboard with the edges on this side, and then a little bit lighter with the edges on the rest of the hair, so you guys will see that. Now edges is something personal. You could do your edges you could make them as defined as you want to. You could choose not to do edges. It's all up to you. For me, for this particular install, I decided to go all out with the edges on this side of the part, and then I went really light with the edges on the rest of the hair. Boom! Look at that, guys. I think that looks stunning. And now this is the rest of the unit. I'm just brushing it out. This hair is straight out of the box, guys, and it looks this good. All I did is brush it. I haven't flat ironed it, tongued it. It's lovely, and I've linked it for you guys in the description box down below, so go ahead and check it out on the Chinalacewigs website. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you learned something, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.
Yeah, waiting me down, nothing I can't do for my baby. Anytime when you need me, come to my side, wallet. Waiting me down, nothing I can't do for my baby.